What country was it that they said that they were cutting all homeless people in half? What was that?
What? I'm sorry.
What are you munching, by the way?
I got a chicken pot pie. This is technically my lunch, by the way. It's 4 p.m.
Nice.
It's
Chicken pot
I've
pie
five.
is
been
crazy.
I am in Central Time.
You're in
It's
Central.
5. It's 5.
Yeah, it's definitely 5 o'clock.
Gaslighting my time zone.
Yeah,
Oh, you just are lagging.
time zones are
My
real,
bad. My bad. I must not have sprung forward this fall or something.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a crazy combo. Nos and chicken pot pie. That's what we're
Gosh,
munching.
I had the NOS from earlier. I will drink an energy drink with anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really gotten into Nos. The white monsters I was rocking with for a little bit, but I don't know about Nos. I tried them all at one point. And I think I was a
I
monster
like
guy.
NOS just because after a while of drinking energy drinks almost daily, I've actually started to get a little bit sick of the more artificial taste. And
Okay.
NOS just tastes like orange juice.
Oh yeah.
It's just citrus juice energy drink, and it's such a nice change of pace compared to everything else.
The refined palate of the Monster
The
energy drink
refined
enjoyer.
palate of the energy drink enjoyer.
Yeah.
What flavor
Yeah,
of
exactly.
cancer shall I drink today?
I mean, are they the worst thing for you? They're not great, but they're really like
I'd say there's some that are worse,
yeah.
but there's some that are better. Overall, I think energy drinks in general are probably just not the healthiest for you.
I mean,
There's some you
probably
could
should be
argue
on
that are
water.
better. Like
Yeah. You
I
probably
probably should. If I
yeah.
want a midway point, there's always like Gamers Lips or any other energy drinks. What is our brand? I still need to get some of our brand now.
Glitch
Plug it.
energy.
What is it? Glitch.
Glitch.
I need to get a cup.
Yeah, we need to glitch.
And then
I don't even have
yeah.
the ad reads, by the way. I think I know who our sponsors are, but I don't even have the ad reads. Like this is
It's Glitch. I don't know what's our controller brand.
uh
This is gonna be a
You have a
great start
controller.
whenever
Oh
our
my
like
god.
I play mouse and
40 comes
keyboard.
and watches this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't touched a
I've already
controller in like 7 years.
Oh yeah.
the only controller I have is right here, and it is this kid you not $15 Amazon controller that I got for I think 5. It was on sale.
Let's see it.
$5 because hang on, I gotta plug it in, let it fucking light up.
Oh okay, okay.
Oh
Oh,
god.
what is that thing?
Oh, that's
I
fancy.
don't know.
Okay, it gets the
Shit,
job
man.
done, right?
I mean, I
Yeah,
said
the
like it's a
box.
standard Xbox style controller. Like as long as I have the buttons, I don't care. I used it and struggled to use it to originally play. What did I first play on it? Detroit Become Human.
Okay.
I just, I was
That's a
just like, if
game I
I'm getting
wanted to
a
play.
controller,
I've actually
that's a great
watched like
game.
whole walkthroughs or playthroughs on YouTube. I
I
don't
need to
normally
go
do
play
that.
through it again
Yeah, I don't normally watch
because there's all these
playthroughs.
endings.
Yeah,
I think before Detroit Become Human, I didn't watch playthroughs either.
yeah,
It's just because it's such a story game that you like. There's not really a way to
yeah. You can
understand a story without watching it
yeah, and like
or playing it.
legitimately, like normally I'm like, hey, I prefer to enjoy the game myself. But like I found a channel that just he wasn't even using a mic. Like he was just playing the game, and I was just like, oh, cool. You know, I guess I'll just watch this. And basically watching the game like it's a movie. I know I've seen that as well on YouTube. People take all the cutscenes from like Call of Duty and whatnot, and then call it like
Mm,
Modern Warfare 2 the movie or something, and it's just like just the
yeah,
cutscenes. That's a bit much for me. Um, but you know, everyone enjoys what they enjoy. You know.
absolutely.
Oh
I know on YouTube I've definitely seen like a big 3 hour just video, and it's just one ending of Detroit Become Human,
yeah,
like one of them,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
How
just
many are
three
there?
hours there.
Do you know the
I don't
game?
remember.
Do you know what
No,
the game is? Oh man,
There's a
no.
lot of. I don't know.
it's
I
um,
I'm very sheltered in like the games that I play.
it's one of those games where every what 15 or 20 seconds no, nah, it's a bit fast, but like very often you make decisions, right?
Okay.
and then the decisions, obviously, they alter the story. But it's not like you make 3 decisions to alter the story. It's like it's constantly you're making these decisions, which is what leads to all these different endings. Um, you're
There's
like
85.
there's 85. Yeah, like you could probably
Jesus.
play the game over and over, and you start getting the same endings on accident, as opposed to getting all the endings. You know, like you actually have to go out and try your best to get the some of the harder ones, I guess. I
Mm.
Yeah, that was a game that I was really interested in, but I think it was console only or like PlayStation only or something. Like it's either
It
that
was
or
for a while
for a
until they
while.
eventually ported it to PC.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and
It
that's what
always
happened.
eventually happens with console games.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people play consoles, man. Like I've been at my PC for a long time now, and in my mind, it's like, oh, everyone does this, but it's like not really. You see posts on like Instagram or something. It's like, oh, what console do you use? And you just see like consoles. More than 50% of the people replying are console. You know, PCs at like 12% or something. You're like, oh boy, yeah, I forgot. You know,
Oh yeah, I forgot
yeah,
we're the smaller
yeah,
population of
exactly. Like
gamers.
yeah, I went turbo nerd, spent $2,000 on a computer. Most people don't do that.
I'll say though, it was worth it.
Oh yeah,
Honestly, I used to play on my PS4 every single day. I
oh
built
yeah,
my PC. I started playing on that. I touched my PS4 maybe 3 different times, and it
yeah,
was all to play Last of Us because I didn't want to buy it on Steam. And
yeah,
before it wasn't on Steam.
Yeah.
yeah,
I originally was like a PlayStation player, and like when I was in the school, I would play it like as soon as I woke up until I went to sleep. I got a PC, and I've probably turned my PlayStation on 7 times since I got a
Things
PC.
change immediately.
Yeah,
You're like, this is my
it's like
gaming
I
outlet.
is you get a taste of like what's better. It's like I can't go back now.
yeah, 100%.
Can't.
Like
You can't.
I was Xbox, right? I played on my Xbox like every single day, Call of Duty every single day on the Xbox. And around the time that the Xbox One came out, I was like, oh, am I buying an Xbox One? Am I getting a computer? I ended up doing both. I ended up getting the Xbox One and a PC at the same time. Barely touched the Xbox One. Was constantly on the PC, and like just like never looked back. Like going from 30 FPS, 90 FOV gaming to 120 FOV, 144 hertz, just like, oh,
Nope,
oh,
it's
like
Oh,
so
this.
different.
better yet, there's more accessibility to games and mods.
Yeah, I
You can't get those on console.
no, you gotta start getting a whole like what was it? What are they called? Like JTAGs or something? Like on the Xbox, you have to plug in a USB and mess around with your whole console.
Yeah, there's a
Whereas
other way to do it for the PlayStation. It's just any different way of
you basically need a computer, you
jailbreaking.
know? Yeah, exactly.
You basically need a
Yeah.
computer.
Um, I never got into modding, but I know people on Skyrim would go crazy with mods. They'd have massive mod
Oh, it's
folders.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I funny enough, I think the most modding I did was when I was younger and I was in Minecraft. I would do a lot of modding for that game, but then I guess it never ported over to other games I played. I tend to play shooters. And
I think
mo-
when was the first time I did mods?
most people don't like when you
I don't know
mod
what
in
it
shooters
was.
because the mods tend to give you aim assist or see through walls, and it's generally
Yeah,
frowned upon.
cheats.
Yeah.
Generally stuff that will get you
Yeah,
banned.
yeah,
That's why
it's
you don't
generally
do it in
frowned
FPS
upon.
games.
And that's the only reason
Hmm.
I don't do it. um, yeah. I mean, I'm also not great with games like Skyrim. I've tried playing them in the past. I kind of get lost or bored, and I know that this is like I shouldn't be saying this because it is a very good game, but I just walk around. And I'm like, all right, where to now? Like, what am I supposed to do? And then that's like the selling point of the game. It's you can do anything. But I kind of do like a little bit of a linear path, or kind of explain to me where to go. Like I don't know, maybe I got dumb
There's
shooter
gotta
brain.
be like a
Yeah, I need a
I
goal,
say
you
it's
know.
more like FPS shooter brain
Yeah,
saying, "Hey, I
exactly.
need I need something to do now. You
Kind
can't
of,
tell
yeah,
me go do
exactly.
this and it's gonna take you 20 minutes. You mean something that'll happen
Well, I
now."
mean, or but like what would happen is like I would walk around, I'd meet someone, they'd give me a quest. I'm like, okay, cool, I got a goal, and then I'm going to where they want me to go, and I'm like, okay, where am I going again? What am I doing? Like just ADHD, lose it, and then I just feel like
Nope.
I'm
ADHD.
like, oh, cool, there's a chicken here. And I'd swing my sword at the chicken and kill the chicken. And like all the guards would all of a sudden get mad at me. I'm like, what did I do? I just killed the chicken. but it's like it was a fun experience. I enjoyed it. But yeah, for sure. I think when you got a little bit of a shooter brain rot, you need a little bit of a path. You know, it has to be explained.
Shooter brain rot makes it so hard to
Always.
like try other games
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm the same way. Like I play Overwatch,
Mm.
and that game is like the fastest game ever. Like compared to
It's
any
just
other
so
game,
much
everything
overstim.
is just so boring. Like I have friends that play this Overwatch and then they'll go play Valorant, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how? Like you're spending 45 minutes to play 13 rounds. I can spend 45 minutes to get 3 games in, like 3 full games. And if I play anything else like Skyrim or like a single player game, I'm like you. Like I don't like the walking around. Like I want like just tell me what I gotta go do.
Yeah.
If I can't do that, I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna turn this off and go play like a shooter. Uh, the only game that has like ever been able to like keep me interested is it's weird to say it, but like Wizard 101.
I
That game is really fun.
I don't know what that is, but when I would go to the States on vacation, I'd see ads for it. I don't think we have it
Wizard
here.
101
Yeah,
is so
all
fun.
over TV.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I I I'm shocked that you don't know what that is.
Well, I
I
don't
knew
know if
so
they
much
I don't
about
think they
it.
advertised it in Canada, man. That's where I'm at. I
That makes sense. I
yeah.
saw it daily,
Yeah.
like ads just paired with cartoons in the morning, and I never played it because I didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
Or well, I
I
did have a computer, but it was the weakest thing ever and was
yeah.
only mediocre in like 2005. So
Yeah.
I
I
couldn't really do much
when
on
I
it.
first played it, I was a kid obviously, but like I just downloaded it on the like family computer. It's not like a super intensive game,
Okay.
but it's really fun. You like please tell me you've heard of Club Penguin, right?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Never played it.
Kind
Nope.
of like that. It's like one of those games where like it like just appeals to like the younger kids and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but you're basically just like a wizard, and you're like a Pokemon wizard. Like you have different like fighting types or whatever. Like there's this fire skull. Uh, oh my god, I'm blanking. There's oh my god, fire, ice, water. Like just different things like that. So you like learn your spells and everything, and you just go on quests. It's
I
fun.
wonder if it's still around. Oh my god, it is.
It is, yeah, yeah. Like
It's still around. The site still looks so old.
yeah,
Does it
I have a friend that I work with. She's 22. She still plays it.
really?
Yes.
They have an event from today. No, they have a news from today.
All right, what's popping in Wizard 101 world?
A Steam publisher sale. See what you can get. You ready for the first ever Gamingo Group publisher sale on Steam? In addition to 12-month memberships and Crown bundle, take advantage of the Crown sale as well as limited time free membership for all Steam accounts.
How much is the membership per month to Wizard 101?
Hang on, I'm looking at this now. I don't know what
Because
it is.
It's not that much.
Oh
I
no,
think
of
I know
course
the I
not.
know the play. I know what we're gonna do.
Oh, we're gonna go to Wizard
Yeah,
101. Where do I
we're gonna need
see
viewers
what
to
the
drink glitch energy
membership
so that we
is?
can have monthly memberships to Wizard 101.
Yes.
See.
Where do I see how much this normally costs?
How
What if I
do,
can see it on Steam? Hang on. Because it says Steam Publisher Sale, and now I'm lost. Is it on Steam? It is.
I know it's not that much. I think you can like buy like a year-long subscription.
Wizard 101 is free to play as far as I can see. That's why I'm a little
Yeah,
confused
it's
now.
Oh,
it's
really?
free, but like if you pay it for membership, it's like DLCs, like you unlock more places to explore.
Yeah. I mean, there must be a lot of players. The fact that it's still around.
I don't know. It must be an
Uh,
in-game purchase because I can't see it on
Yeah.
the Steam page.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Wizard
they have
101
to do
gets
something to make money.
it
You know.
gets
Yeah, of
serious.
course. I mean, they've been going for what, 20 years, something like
Yeah,
that.
dude, their
Not that long,
advertising
but a
campaign was
while.
nuts. Like I said, every time I go to the States, I've actually heard about this game. I don't even live in the country it was being
It's
advertised
15
in.
years old.
Yeah,
15-year-old game.
I mean, some games age well. CS:GO aged pretty well. League of Legends aged pretty well, especially they're both like games that people love to hate. They're 10-year-old plus games. World of Warcraft, that's even older, right? How old is
That's
that
what
game?
Wizard 101 basically is. It's like a
Yeah.
kid's version of Wizard 101.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know my little bro, he plays a lot of WoW. But that game is like 20 plus years, so maybe even like 24, 25.
It's almost exactly 20 years. It's 19 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah. People
Release
still
date
play that daily.
is it turns 20 next year.
Turns 20 next year. Not bad.
November 23rd, 2004. So it's technically not 19 yet. It's 19 on Thanksgiving this
Yeah,
year.
we're almost at the WoW birthday. We'll have
Happy
to run a
birthday.
WoW birthday
Wish WoW a
cast.
happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be the title of the episode 2 cast. Happy birthday, WoW. None of us play
Happy
it.
birthday, WoW. None of us play WoW.
Yeah.
We gotta invite
No
special
clue.
WoW player guest Allison on.
Yeah.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
play? I think he plays
I'm pretty
a
sure.
lot, actually. I know he plays League at least a lot,
Who
which I have never played.
oh, you never played? Oh man. That
Good
is
for
a
you.
game I've spent
I've
too
had
many hours in.
so I've had so many people that have spent so many hours on that game try
Oh
to
yeah.
drag me in there and be like, "You should play League," and I just go, "No,"
Yeah.
because I
I
know
have
it's a horrible community.
I've gone the full circle. Full circle. You start off bad, then you slowly get good, and then you're good at the game, and then you start hating the game, and then you get a second wind, you get even better at the game, and then now I just like playing the champions. I don't even like playing the game. So like I'll
It's not even the game; it's just which champion you want to play.
exactly. So like I'll just hop on, I'll do one match of one champ. I'm like, okay, cool, that was fun. All right, I'm done. You know what I mean? No rank,
Or
nothing.
you switch another champ and then you get off.
Yeah, yeah. Just it's not as fun as it used to be, that's for sure. But that's because I've played so much of it. Like I must have like thousands of hours. Got to
How many heroes are there in League?
Like,
Because I
like
know
like
there's a lot.
150.
150 something. Yeah, like there's so
Yeah.
many.
150?
Yeah.
It's
Jeez.
You have
it's
to know
way
what
too
every
many.
single one of them does and when they can
I
do
would say
it.
that's what I thought of when I was thinking about for like a brief moment going to like at least learn about League.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. Val only has like 20-ish now.
Yeah.
I forgot how many Apex has, but I know it's about 25,
Yeah.
maybe approaching 30 now.
Yeah.
If I have to learn 5 to 6 times that amount just to know what everyone does, because when you see abilities and you don't know what the hell
Yep.
they do, you can just die to them.
Yep.
Yup.
So learning all of those is
And
gonna be
funny enough,
ridiculous.
that's not even the hardest part of the game. Like that is difficult, but also just understanding what you're supposed to be doing. It's so easy to just walk around in circles and be useless to your own team. Like,
Yeah,
you legitimately have to play 1,000 matches before you're even like 1% understanding of like the game. It doesn't make any sense. Like there's a tutorial, but
it's
the
a
tutorial
very
doesn't teach you
complicated
anything.
game.
Yeah, it's like
A tutorial never teaches you anything. Tutorials
yeah.
make sure you know how to walk forward.
Yeah, tutorials love to teach me the jump button. I know the damn
Yeah,
jump button.
really. I know how to jump. You don't need to tell me to do that.
Yeah, always with the jump button. WASD spacebar
Oh
jump.
man, I wonder what my crouch
Yeah,
key will do
exactly.
this
Yeah, then
time.
they'll be like,
Oh, I crouch?
yeah,
That's crazy.
I
I
guess.
love tutorials.
Yeah. Oh, you say you love tutorials?
Yes, it's simply because they're like never helpful. It's like, here, do this. You're never gonna do this again
Yeah.
in your life.
You imagine
I
being
like
the
seeing how fast I can go with them.
yeah. If you're forced to do the tutorial, you may as well speed run it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And until you have a stupid NPC that's got
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
the walking speed just
Oh,
between your walk and run
yeah,
speed,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you just want
The classic. You
to
just
go
do
grab
these.
a developer.
I hate that. So
It's always the
it's
same.
make
Like
it
they're trying to mess with us.
Yeah. I mean, they're putting in effort, time, and money into making these tutorials, right?
Into making the
Like,
tutorials, yeah.
you think you'd make them nice, make them good?
You think they'd walk through the tutorial with the NPC
Yeah.
walking with them and then realize that they're walking between walking and running speed and that's going to piss people off.
I wonder if it's kind of like the grizzly bear garbage thing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this like it's like a paradigm. It's like the who is it, like park rangers had to like come up with a garbage can that keeps bears out, right? But if it was too difficult for bears, it also became too difficult for humans. You know what I mean? Like
It's like what's the overlap between
yeah,
the
dumbest
smartest
human,
bear and the dumbest
dumbest human.
human?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So
if it's
like
too much, then this can doesn't
exactly,
work.
exactly. So I was wondering if that's why the NPCs walk so slowly. One of those like,
That
oh, I
probably
can't
actually
find him.
is.
Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Because
If
what if it's like, and first time players they're thinking they're gonna walk around and like look around.
yeah, I've
You do
watched.
that maybe the first time though.
Yeah, well, I've watched people who don't play video games. When they hop in those tutorials, it's not at all the same. They just walk around and they start looking at the ground and they're figuring out how to like look straight and then they're staring at the sky. It's like, yeah, you forget that yes, these are
They're the ones that need to be
tutorials.
taught what the jump key does.
Exactly, exactly,
That's what this tutorial's from. It's
exactly.
literally just for people who are
Very
playing
first
video
time in
games for
video
the
games.
first time
Yeah.
ever. And then
So
beyond that, you don't ever need a tutorial.
yeah, yeah. Or let's say your game has a very fancy mechanic, something that's not normally in other games. It's like the main selling point of your game or something, So put that in the tutorial. Teach people the mechanic, Like if you got a grapple that you're going to use through the whole game, teach grappling in the tutorial, That kind of thing.
I think
Other
one
than
of the
that,
ones I've recently played that like actually needed it was Ultra Kill. Because Ultra
okay.
Kill is just so much fancy stuff to like jump off the walls. You can do some crazy movement tech. Your cam is
Yeah,
dying,
I'm losing
Jonty.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
He's disconnected.
All right, we're back. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's got
he's back. He's
it's
back.
got movement tech.
It's got fancy movement tech. One of the main sources. One of the main. Your main sources of healing is blood. In
Okay.
Ultra Kill, it is the very defining thing of Ultra Kill is healing from the gore you produce. Hang on, what is the exact thing that the game says? There's a certain. I always mess it up. Yeah, mankind is dead. That's pretty self-explanatory. You're playing as a robot that is left on Earth without mankind. Mankind's gone now. However, there's not much left on the surface. Blood is fuel. If you can't get blood on the surface, you're rushing into hell to get it. Yeah, blood is fuel, hell is full. That's the game. That's the whole
Huh.
game. It's a lot more than that, but it's the whole
Yeah.
game.
I've never
And the
heard of that
tutorial
game.
does actually. It's
Yep.
great.
Oh yeah.
How did
That's
someone
Ultra
describe
Kill?
it once?
I mean,
Yeah, I think the best way I've heard someone describe it is it's like Quake with a style meter,
okay.
but on crack.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just very, very fast FPS, and
I
the whole idea is just be stylish while absolutely eviscerating everything.
I mean that sounds pretty sick. I for as much time I've spent playing video games, I haven't played that many video games. If that makes sense. I have a lot of games that I have. Sorry, I have like a
You
handful
just
of
have the
games that I
Steam
have a
library you don't
bunch of
touch.
hours in.
Yo,
But
Steam
then
library you don't
yeah,
touch.
exactly. Steam library I don't touch. Multiple games with like 10,000 hours, and then I like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I end up missing games like this, so I almost find that maturing as a gamer is to start like looking into these type of games, different games. Not just buying the new COD every year, like actually going into indie devs and finding games that actually are going to be fun to play and not cause frustration. You know what I mean? Because a lot of gaming to me is, oh man, I had a stressful day. Let's go play the most stressful thing I know. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yo,
man, I sure love that I had such a long day. Let's
Yeah.
unwind, and then you go into 4 hours of competitive, and you're
Competitive
like,
League of
man, I
Yup.
Legends.
hate my life.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, just people just telling me I should no longer be alive, just in a chat box for hours, and I'm like, oh yes, nothing like decompressing.
Nothing like decompressing
It
after a
makes
long hard
everything
day.
Yeah.
it makes everything worth it at the end.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh, y'all see something? The new OLED Steam Deck. Y'all ever
OLED
seen the Steam
Steam Deck.
Deck?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it's like the PSP, but like for Steam.
It's literally a computer to go with Steam built in, and you can play like most of your library on it. I have one and I love it. I wish I had known they were gonna make an OLED one. Because I bought mine
Oh,
in June or July. I think it was July that I got mine. Um yeah, it was no, it was June. It was just before July. So I've only had mine for half a year, and if I had known they were gonna release an OLED, I totally would have waited for it because it's the same price. No, you do have to buy the upgraded one for the OLED,
What's an OLED?
but
Is it the OLED?
it's just a cleaner monitor. I'll say with an OLED, the main difference you'll notice is that the dark colors like are very very dark. On a normal monitor, they kind of glow because of they have to have your monitor has to have a backlight. OLED, each pixel is lit individually, so they can all
Wow.
turn completely off and get really dark. So it just looks crisper. Oh, and they upgraded the refresh rate finally. It's 90 hertz instead of 60 now, but I don't know if the system could handle that. Because my Steam Deck, in most scenarios, if I'm playing on low settings, it struggles a bit to really push itself up to 60 FPS in some games, unless it's like
Okay.
really lightweight
Well,
retro games and
that
stuff.
that
But
tends to be the problem with the handheld consoles is the computing power. It's difficult to fit a lot of computing power into something that wants to be small, portable, carryable. You know, take it in a car, take it on a plane. Though everything is getting smaller, tech is getting smaller, and it's making it easier for these things to come out. I
mm,
think
I will
if
say we're actually already at that point.
you think
We
so,
are able actually to shove those processing units
yeah,
that are really ridiculously powerful in there.
yeah.
The main problem is actually heat.
Oh, okay.
Heat kills components, and if you put a V8 into a fucking
Yeah,
smart car,
yeah.
you're gonna probably destroy the smart car, and that's what you're doing with these handhelds. Is they're putting really beefy processors and graphics units into there, and then they don't have enough cooling. That's
Yeah.
actually what caused. You ever heard the red ring of death in
Oh yeah,
the old
yeah.
Xbox 360?
I
The
played
red
Xbox
ring of death
360 for
was
years overheating.
that is a thermal hardware failure.
Mm-hmm.
I think the exact error code was critical hardware failure, which usually means that the heat killed your system because
Yeah,
it just didn't have enough cooling.
yeah.
They crammed so much stuff in such a tiny space and it couldn't handle it.
I actually witnessed a red ring in person, um, but this guy, I don't think it was due to a heat failure, because he could fix his red ring by hitting the top of his Xbox basically as hard as I've seen him hit anything. He would smack it really hard, and all of a sudden it would boot back up.
It would
It's
just
like,
Wow.
work.
yeah, I.
You
I
just had to
remember,
wake it up
yeah,
again.
I mean, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, how do you figure that out? And I'm like, oh, that's probably the first thing he tried. You know,
Probably first thing you tried.
yeah, he just
Work.
smacked it. Yeah, exactly. With his ape brain. Hey, it worked, you know? Yeah.
Monkey brain
I
says, I'm gonna hit thing.
Yeah.
It worked.
Let me
fixed
smack
a
it.
red ring of death one time just by like turning it off and on again.
There you go.
So like
Sometimes if
it
you let it cool
worked.
down because it's a
Yeah.
heat failure, it can sometimes cool down and work for a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the actual way to fix it, I don't remember what people did. I've heard of different stories of people like saying put like something over it, like a cold towel or something. I've heard some people say that they can take it apart and the most effective way of fixing it is to reflow the solder, which is the stuff that connects the components on the board.
Hmm.
So basically, they would literally take their motherboards out, put them in the oven, and let it just
Bake back on.
sit. And you would bake, and it would bake the components back on the
Yeah.
board. You take it out, you let it cool, put it all together again, and it just works.
Wow. Hey, what's John T making for dinner? Oh, he's making an Xbox again.
Uh,
Have you ever wanted a nice sweatshirt or hat? We here at Cerberus Esports are officially partnered with Top Flights Threads to bring you top of the line hats, sweatshirts, jerseys and hoodies, and much more in the future. If you want to cop some of this sweet merch, go to topflightthreads.com/collections/Cerberus-esports. And you can even use the code CEC10 for 10% off. That is CEC10 for 10% off. Have you ever wanted to drink something that will give you clean energy through your entire day? Well, I know I have, and I now use Glitch Energy to get hyper, clean, super energy. And now you can too. Go to glitchenergy.com. That's glitch with a Y, GLYTCH energy.com. And use code CEC for 10% off your entire order. That's code CEC for 10% off your entire order. Has this ever happened to you? Where you're trying to clutch a 1v1 and your controller's stick starts to drift and you miss your target? Well, I know as I have gotten myself a GameNetics controller and all my stick drift has gone, and you can too by going to GameNetics.com. That is GAMENETICS.com and using code CEC for 10% off your controllers. That is CEC for 10% off controllers at GameNetics.com.
Linus Tech Tips did a video on that where he cooked a I think it was a dead 3090 card, and he
That is
revived it
crazy.
by putting it in the oven at 500 degrees for a
Man,
few hours.
I want one of those. I want a graphics card so bad. I've been sitting on a 1080 for years. It's still
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good, but it's old, man. It's a little old.
1080 was a good card. I'd say if you had a 1660, then you'd be pretty set for at least another year or so. Because those cards have proven to hold up. The 1080
Yeah.
is still a really good card, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just one of those things. I started seeing the processing power and what they're able to do, and I'm like, oh man, if only I had the like income to buy one of those things. They're still real expensive here. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is what it is, you know. One day, one day we hit the upgrade button.
One day.
Yeah,
It'll be worth it.
yeah. What are you guys rocking? What are the
I've
stats? What are
got
the
some good
stats?
stuff. I'll say
Um,
I got myself a good 3070 Ti right now,
There you go. Yeah, that's
but
pretty
it's
good.
very bottlenecked. I only have a Ryzen 5 3600,
Okay.
and I'm actually looking at what exactly am I looking at? Ryzen 9 5900X. I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah, you're
do.
going
It's
for
gonna be the
something huge.
final upgrade for my PC because I want a more top of the line processor that I can just
Mm,
throw it in, leave it, and it's gonna be good. And I was originally looking at I think a Ryzen 7 5700X X3D, like a really nice one, but this one was $50 more. I'm just comparing them. I'm gonna see like which one is gonna
yeah.
probably work better for my system, and it's only a $50 different. Like $300 processor is still damn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But then I sell my old processor for like 100, and then I make 100 back,
Yeah.
and then my PC is good forever. I'll probably leave my system for another 3 something, 4 something years before I even think
Yep.
of upgrading or replacing it.
I mean, that's basically what happened with me over here. My original graphics card was a R9 280X or something. It was like it was at the time all cards were 2 gigs.
An
It was a 3 gig card.
R9 card.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
that's nice.
Yeah. So like I was like, okay, I got a 3 gig card. You know, I'm good. Went on vacation and I guess there was like a spark or something. Something went wrong, and it fried the card, fried the power supply, all that. I was like, oh damn, all right, that kind of sucks.
Damn.
But I was like, all right, it gets fried. That's when you upgrade. You know, things are broken. Went in. That's when I got the 1080. I ended up with a Ryzen 7. Just like all that stuff. Like it was good at the time, real good. Basically, what you were talking about. Sorry. And then now it's been years. It's been years, and it's just slowly, games are getting bigger and bigger and stronger. And the only things I've done as upgrades is just I keep adding more storage. Like I've added an NVMe, extra hard drives. I think I got like 7 terabytes of storage in my computer. Like it's nasty how much I have.
I don't know how much I have, but it's something like that.
Yeah, yeah. You just slowly stack them up. You know, like I'll have
I have
people.
a 5.4 terabyte drive in
Yeah,
my system,
but you have
but it's
one
actually
drive that's
because I have
five.
I no, it's actually 3 hard drives in a
Okay.
RAID
Oh, okay.
because I wanted to boost the speed, and I just
Mhm.
had all my extra hard drives when I replaced them with SSDs. I finally got a full 2 terabyte SSD from my
Yeah.
main drive. It's a 2 terabyte M.2
Yeah.
SSD, and then I have a 2 terabyte normal SSD, and then I have another just 256 gig SSD that I just had.
Yeah.
Um, and those are all in my system with 3 hard drives, and I have a total now of about I'm sitting at just about 10 terabytes,
Yeah.
just under.
Yeah. That's
Jesus.
something. Explain that to a non gamer. Everything we've just spoken about: N.2s, NVMe's, hard drives,
All
having
the tech
10
stuff, yeah.
terabytes. Oh man, we
Well,
are
the
speaking
PlayStation nerds
Chinese.
will get what they mean by an M.2.
Yeah.
Because you can put an M.2 in a PlayStation now. The
Oh,
PlayStation 5 needs it actually if you want to upgrade the storage. Those things are
Mm.
blazing fast though, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mine goes at about I think 7 gigabytes a second.
Yeah. They're ridiculous. Like
It's
a
ridiculously
buddy
fast.
of
Like
mine
I'm
just
never gonna use all that bandwidth.
yeah, a buddy of mine just put one in his computer. He went from hard drives to an NVMe. His computer normally would boot up in about 2 minutes. I think it's now at 3 seconds. Like it's ridiculous, the difference.
My computer also took minutes before, and now it
Yeah,
takes seconds
yeah.
because of the M.2. And I've been trying and am still trying to get one of my friends to upgrade
It's
from
worth it. It really is.
his hard drive to the SSD he already has.
Oh,
And I'm like, bro, put it in your computer.
yeah.
You will love
Yeah. What are you
yourself if you
doing?
do that.
Yeah. Like what are you doing?
Come on.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, my Discord takes 3 minutes to boot. And I'm like, I wonder why.
yeah.
Put in your damn SSD.
It makes no sense. Uh,
Like, why? Why
yeah.
not do that? You have it.
Yeah, yeah, you got it. Just plug it in, bro.
Exactly.
Ain't that hard. Oh, you know what? Another upgrade I had to do. I ended up moving into this room. So I'm no longer on Ethernet. I'm on Wi-Fi. So I've put an internal Wi-Fi card on my motherboard. So I just went in there, click, and we're good. Technically, that counts as an upgrade, even though, it's not really doing much.
Mhm.
Oh,
Anything helps when it comes to internet.
oh yeah. I mean, there's nothing worse. Like, funny enough, I'd rather have no internet than super slow internet. Super slow is just
Yeah.
it just makes you
Honestly,
angry.
yeah.
You know,
Super slow
It,
internet gives you hope, but like no
yeah.
internet, just like
Like
you just accept
there's
it.
none. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Super slow.
I hate trying to do that on one bar or cellular
Oh
when
my
you
god.
think it'll work because like maybe it worked like 2 minutes ago and now you try it and it'll just try to load for like 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Or
I hate just seeing like my phone constantly low trying to send something. I'm like, you just sent like the message before. Why
yeah.
can't you send it now?
Oh.
What's weird is
I,
sometimes my phone will send a picture and then not a text, and I'm like, the picture's clearly bigger.
yeah, it's
Why'd you send
clearly
that and
more
not my
bytes.
text?
Yeah, constantly. By the way, my text messages. Send the message. Oh, can't send. Hit resend. Instantly sends. Every single message. I don't know what it is, but it happens
Needs to make you do it
constantly.
again.
Yeah, it's like it, I'm not even gonna get started on my damn phone. we, I mean, I'm sure it's the same in the States where ISPs are kind of like the devil. It's the same thing here in
Oh
Canada.
yeah,
Yep.
they
Right?
kind of are.
There's
I think the
nothing.
only one that's currently not, if it's available for you, is Google Fiber, and I've just heard so much good stuff about it.
Mm.
They're like just
This is not an ad for
so
Google Fiber. I must
This is
say that.
definitely
It's
an
not
ad
an
for
ad for
Google
Google
Fiber.
Fiber. No, it's not. I'm just saying. I'm like, it's 1 gig, $70 a month. It's been that the whole time. They haven't changed it at all.
Are you looking for one
And
gig, $70
people
a
just
month
don't
internet?
believe. Okay,
Go
shut
with
up,
Google
Jonty.
Fiber.
No.
We love
All right,
free
I will
ads.
say it. I'll say it. Whatever you do, just don't use like Spectrum.
Yeah, I don't think we have Spectrum here. Here we got something called Bell.
I'm stuck with Spectrum right
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah. Here we got something called Bell,
Me
and
hazing my own ISP.
I think they're the equivalent to like Comcast. Like they're just evil. They like
They really
your
are.
plan
There's
changes and
worse.
your plan
There's
is like
better.
half the price, or you have an upgrade. They don't call you. You just end up sitting there paying till you
My
call to
dad
complain.
has a strategy, because what most companies will do whenever you go to cancel is they'll send
Yeah.
you to, like, their retention department
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they'll give you deals so that, yeah,
100%.
you'll stay.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a problem with what you're paying, you call to cancel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
they will
have to.
immediately give you a
Yeah.
deal, and then you just
And
continue
yeah.
on with your
And
day.
you gotta make that call about every 6 months if you want to stay on top of it. But hey, it's the
If
only
you
way to do it.
can, do it every, like, 4 months.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
very
Do it
guilty
3
of
times
doing
a year, because
that.
then you sometimes can nudge it down a little.
yeah.
Like, maybe you started at 50 a month, and now you're paying, like, 30.
I had a friend in high school. He taught me this trick with the ISPs. If you got to call them and they're putting you on hold, he would spam the 0 button or just any of the buttons on the keyboard. Just spam and swear at his phone, and he almost always had someone pick up instantly. Like he's just sitting there. I guess they're able to see that this person's like losing it, and he's legitimately going to
Yeah.
lose it. Like they would
And it's
connect
just
him.
pressing, like,
Just
he's
spam
just
zero
doing
zero zero
this,
zero zero
maybe
zero. Just,
talking loudly to another friend.
yeah, exactly. It's just spamming 0, and then all of a sudden, and it kick in like, "Hello, how can I help you?" It's like, wow, I'm sitting here like on hold, and he just like got in instantly, even though he called
Like to
after.
imagine that when you get put on hold, you just get sent to a random desk phone, and they
Yeah,
can just hear that tone of you pressing the button
maybe.
over and over again and screaming.
Yeah,
It's like a
maybe.
random cubicle and someone's cursing. You hear the 0 key again
I mean,
and again and again and
I
again
mean,
and
when
again.
you call, they say it's being recorded before you even talk to a person. Like, so they probably are recording what you're saying, before. Do,
Yeah.
do they care to
Maybe
listen to
someone's
it? Probably
monitoring
not.
it.
But yeah,
Probably not.
yeah. But realistically, like they do tell you straight up, you know, hey, everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
It
You're like, wait,
will
who did
be
I just
used
call?
against you.
Who did I just call? You're just sitting there, just admitting to your crimes to the Comcast employee.
And they don't care, and their boss might.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Maybe.
they're paid just to make sure you don't leave the company. You just say, so behind mile marker 63 on highway on highway
I feel
4.
so bad for people in there, in those, like, call
Oh, this
centers,
job's.
especially
Oh
the
my god.
retention department, because the
Yeah.
retention department
They
gets
only
sent
talk to angry people.
all the angry
They
people. They
all
only
day.
talk to angry people, no.
Yeah.
All day long, they get paid to get yelled at. Like, I hope they all get, like, therapists. They
Yeah.
need it.
Customer service people deserve like the entire world. Customers
Yeah.
these days are like so
Just
Entitled.
mean.
disrespectful.
Yes.
I mean, it is crazy. Like I've seen the way that some people just like they just change. Like they start talking to this faceless character in like India, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm just going to destroy his life. It's like, okay, whoa, chill, man. Like he's trying to help. Like luckily I come from a family that's not like that. But I've had friends where like the parents are just talking to us, blah blah, blah, and then the like a service person gets on the phone, and they instantly swap. They're like, they just start like going at him. It's like, okay, chill, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought about getting a job like that once, working in a call center. Figured I could just like
I
work
could
from
never
home,
do
but
that
like I
now.
don't know. It's not the play.
I did too.
Yeah, you
If
just
you're
think,
like day drinking on the job, you could probably like survive that kind of job, but I would never do that.
hey, how you doing?
I I thought about, doing a call center job, probably be able to work from home,
Yeah.
but like my current job, I deal with customers. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, man. They get so mad for no reason, and it's like completely their fault. But
yeah.
they've convinced themselves that you have done this
The
to them like
customer
personally.
is always right,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
I'm
Mental
like,
No,
gymnastics.
no,
they are never
um,
right.
the customer's never right. I'm like, who works here, the customer or me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me.
like tell me,
Why is the customer right?
please tell me how how my company's policies are,
Yeah.
because I'm not
Yeah,
aware.
please, no,
You
inform me
obviously
of the
know.
stuff that I am here to, help serve you with, because I didn't know.
It's
yeah. I um
What's
I never worked directly to customer, but I would work a few summers ago I worked on cars. I would clean cars, I would detail them, right? Seeing how some people left their cars blew my
oh
mind.
gosh.
It's ridiculous. Some people
I've seen so many
legitimately
people
used it
leave
as
their cars
it's like a garbage
horribly.
can. And I'm like, what is going on here?
You
There's
mean
like
like the McDonald's in their passenger seat?
more.
Like
It's
just
like
piled up?
like a foot of garbage
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's
Like it's like what
horrible.
am I looking at here? Oh man, just like dog poop in the back seat. It's just like, hello,
Ugh,
Oh,
hello. You're
no.
that's
driving around with
That's
horrid.
these. And then
gross.
I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, what did this happen recently? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna get it clean soon. So I'm just and like, what are these again mental gymnastics going on? You're just driving around with feces in the boot of your car,
In
man.
your vehicle,
Crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
like, oh man. So
Yeah,
Uh,
like,
get in their car one
you
day,
know,
there's gonna be maggots and rats.
yeah. So I can
Like,
imagine putting the face to those people, right? They probably aren't the best customers to speak to.
uh,
no, no.
All right, I'm gonna put them on blast. I'm gonna put them on blast. The company that I'd work for was Hyundai, right? I swear, it's
Mm.
Hyundai drivers. Next time you see one go by, just peek, peek into the car,
Peek
see
in
if it's
their
a garbage
window, be
can.
like,
Yeah, peek in
"What you
because
got in
is there
there?"
dog poop?
yeah, because like when we cleaned other people's cars, you know, like if a Beamer came in, it was spotless. You know what I mean? We just did a quick vacuum, washed the outside. Every time we had a Hyundai, garbage everywhere,
How are
garbage.
the Nissan drivers? Because I want to
The
feel like it's.
Altimas,
I want to know if the reputation
yeah,
like matches.
I mean, Nissan Altima drivers have a reputation to be a bit wild. I
Okay.
believe it's because the financing options on the Altimas for a long time was very, very enticing. They basically you had a car for close to free, as long as you got the Altima in certain cities. So people
Gosh.
that were more impoverished, like went over and flooded and bought all these cars. So now it's kind of a meme because you just got a bunch of Altimas that are basically free, so people don't care if whatever happens to them. Oh, that's always fun. I
Wish I
don't
could get a
think we
free
have that
car.
here. What's up?
I said I wish I could get a free car.
Oh yeah.
Free car would
You
be
have a car?
great.
Yeah, yeah. I drive a Chevy,
You have a
but
Chevy? Okay.
yeah, but getting a car for free
Yeah.
a
It's
lot
not
better than
actually
paying for a
free, but
car.
like it
Well,
was, you know
yeah,
what I mean? The financing options were
yeah.
really good. Um I Now that you've said Chevy, I could see it. I see that you're like a Chevy.
Chevy Blazer.
See who's a Chevy person.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Trying to figure out.
I mean, y'all can barely see each other compared to me, so I don't know
Yeah.
what you're
Oh,
talking about.
you give off Toyota vibes pretty hard. If I'm being honest.
Nah.
Nah.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but I do have. I did have a truck before. It was a Nissan
Okay.
Frontier, and then Nissan actually offered me. This was back in 2020 or 2021. I think it was late 2020, early 21. Um, when they offered me, this was when used cars were just worth so much for no reason here. They
Mm,
offered me 17K for my used truck
yeah.
to sell me for 21K I think $36,000 vehicle. It was a brand new 2020 Nissan Rogue Sport.
Oh,
Damn.
And they were basically giving it to me for half price, and all I'd have to
yeah.
do is raise my loan 4K. And I was like, hell yeah. So
Nice.
that's been my daily driver since then, and
Okay. Nissan.
that's a lovely
Okay.
car.
What do I give off?
Definitely not Hyundai.
Yeah, do not get me started on Hyundai. The accent. Ah.
Hyundai. You
Um,
would say it Hyundai?
Hyundai.
How do I
I
say
think is
that?
how you're supposed to say it.
I've
Um,
always said
Mary
Hyundai.
Chrysler? Like, what are we gonna start saying now?
Yeah, I've always said it as like Hyundai, but
Hyundai. It's definitely
I
not
think that's
yeah,
how
Hyundai.
I've said it. I don't even know how I've said it.
I will
All I
never
know is
drive
how
a
I've said it
Hyundai,
as
so
wrong.
I
Yeah.
don't care how
Walking.
it's
Okay.
said.
I'm telling you, walking into a Hyundai or a Kia dealership is NPC behavior, and
My
I'm
God.
there's no taking it back. You walk.
Have you seen who buys these Kia Souls? I've
Karens.
seen so
I,
many
I don't
Kia Souls on
I
the
don't understand. You look around, you're like, oh, look at all these options. I think I'm gonna pick the worst one.
I'm gonna pick a Cube.
I'm gonna pick
I
Kia.
want this boxed car that has horrible aerodynamics, and I literally just want to drive the same damn car.
So ugly.
Box car.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like I don't understand. Like like I know different cars have different price points, right? Like obviously the person that's walking into the Kia dealership isn't skipping over Mercedes or something, because like I get it, but you can go to Toyota. You like the Civics even are kind of nice too. Like I don't know, but I guess it is what it is. You got a Rav4.
I think I know why people are buying Kia Souls. It's because it's not even $20,000
Yeah, they're
for the
cheap,
base
huh?
model.
That's why I figured. Yeah,
$19,000. I'm like, wow.
19,000. That's
Okay.
that's what is that?
No
$2
wonder
million
y'all are buying that.
here. Everything's so much more expensive when you gotta pay for it in Canadian doubloons.
What is your exchange rate? Hang on, what?
Like a 1.4, I think. Last time I checked.
Not too much. Yeah, 1.37 right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Still,
it's a little annoying. So you say
you're paying
20K.
26K.
Yeah,
26K.
26. It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, no,
Yeah,
you know
but 2
what? No.
million. I was
What am
like,
I
what do you
saying?
mean?
What am I saying?
Is
That is
your
bad.
is your inflation rate 5 billion?
I'm not
Like,
paying $26,000 for a Kia. That is bad. I don't know why I'm defending them.
do
Well,
not
there goes that
defend the
Kia
Kia Soul
sponsorship.
drivers. We're
Well,
gonna get that.
Hey, yo, Beamer, come at her. We're aiming for the stars. No, I currently am rocking a 2010 Toyota Camry. It's the vibe machine. I ripped out the
Toyota
whole.
Camrys are like sneaky, like nice.
Yeah, I took out the whole like dash and center like piece. I put in like a radio, like a touchscreen radio, new wiring. I'm gonna add a sub, most likely to the trunk, new speakers. Like I'm just pimping this thing out slowly.
I
It,
need to
it
fix
definitely
my
gets the
sound
job done.
system.
Yeah, I mean, just like going from the stock sound system to an aftermarket one that has an amp built in. It's just they're actually getting proper power now, so they actually produce better sound.
I
It
bet
changes. It
the
just
Nissan
changes.
sound system is just it's not
It's
that
not
good,
there.
and the speakers aren't there.
Yeah.
Like they just don't hit. What's my main problem with it is like in my truck. I don't know if it has an extra sub or something, or like what's with it, but it has bass.
Yeah.
My car, a 2020 Nissan Rogue Sport, no bass, and they have a EQ feature
Yeah.
called Bass Enhancer, and all it does is muddy everything and make your car like shake now.
Oh.
And I'm like,
You
what
know,
is this weird aftermarket
yeah,
sub kind of thing,
yeah.
or like not even aftermarket, like rip off sub?
I definitely need a sub because I'm that guy at 3 a.m. My fucking windows are rumbling.
All the plastic attached to your car.
That's what I sound like driving by. Just
You don't even hear the bass; you just hear your car
Oh,
rattling
exactly. The
from
whole thing's
from
falling
everything.
apart. Yeah, yeah. The bolts are coming loose in my engine bay based on the music.
You're literally gonna see a fender fall off as you hit
Yeah,
a drop.
yeah,
But it's so fun just like driving and just like looking up at my rear view camera, like or not camera, the rear view mirror
yeah.
when a bass is hidden
It's
and you
rumbling.
just see the entire thing
Yeah,
shake.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And
say I
then as
love
soon as I
looking
get to
back at
like
the
a
cars
red
behind
light,
me
I
and they're
just like
just
crank my radio
blurry.
all the way down.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I love loud music. So I roll the window down about halfway because I also like the window down when get some fresh air and just
Yeah.
just pull out up to the gym, bro. Like just hyped. It's the best way to do it. And,
Yeah.
and it's
And
like,
then the moment you get to your gym, you put your headphones back on, and it's still loud music
yeah, exactly. Gym
the
music
whole time.
constantly.
I'll do that. I listen to music all day long.
Constantly.
I listen to music right now, actually.
Oh, nice. I'm not doing music right here because I think it would come through into the recording, but normally it would be music all the time.
Yeah.
Music all
That's
the
why I
time.
like my
If
earbuds.
I'm not like doing anything, I'll be listening to music.
Yeah.
But
What
I decided not to. so we can
What type?
podcast with no like
Yeah,
interruptions.
yeah. What type of music do you
I
normally
just
listen
need
to?
background noise.
Oh
If it
god,
like gets quiet, it's weird for me.
same. Um, I listen to a lot of stuff. I'm a big Post Malone fan. Jack
Okay.
Harlow. Uh, a lot of rapping.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit of country too. Yeah, I like a lot
I
of
knew
things.
I heard a little something like that in your voice. I knew it.
It's
That's why I said.
always a
That's why
little
I said the
country.
Chevy. The Chevy made
Yo,
sense when you said it, because of how you said Chevy. You said, "I got a
Chevy.
Chevy." Yeah,
Yo,
Chevy.
Yeah,
You didn't say
got a Chevy.
Chevrolet. You know. He's like, "Yeah, I got a
No,
Chevy."
I'd never say Chevrolet.
In Canada, right? We speak French as well. A Chevrolet in French is goat milk. Yeah.
Where'd Chevrolet come from? Are they a U.S. brand? I think.
Yeah, probably. But
Think,
it's funny
yeah.
because
Okay.
chèvre is goat and lait is milk, so it's Chevrolet.
See. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
they're an American
Yeah,
company.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're American company. They make pickup trucks. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
They're definitely part
Chevy,
of GM.
Ford, and I think Dodge are like all American. I
Yeah,
know
Chevy, Ford,
Ford's
Dodge.
American.
Isn't Chrysler as well? Chrysler's GM.
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because they're in Detroit.
yeah.
Uh,
Let me
RP
get
Detroit,
down the
man.
wiki. Hang on.
Y'all really fumbled Detroit, if I'm being honest.
maybe
Their headquarters is in Michigan, U.S.
Michigan's really close to Detroit, no? Right.
Detroit's in Michigan.
Uh,
Yeah, there you go.
Detroit is in
Hey,
Michigan.
hey,
It's
remember?
actually in Detroit.
I'm
Now
not.
I'm reading it all.
I'm not from that country.
It is in Detroit.
True, true, true. Don't ask me where like Quebec or Toronto are.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Uh,
Toronto, just north of Detroit.
I can't see where the heck it means. It was made by a Swiss race car driver and automotive engineer,
Oh,
Louis
Mr. Cheese?
Chevrolet. There you go. No, is that Mr. Cheese meme? I've seen it. Hang on.
Mr. Cheese.
Isn't it that
Okay,
that rat with the race car there?
so many memes. Man, I keep seeing the
Mr.
honey bun
Cheese.
memes. What are the honey bun memes? It started off with bricks. It was like it's just a video. It's like me when I see a homeless person, and it's a guy throwing a brick, and I'm like, okay. And then it's people microwaving honey buns, and like me when I see a homeless person, it's a photo of a honey bun. I'm like, what? At first I
It's
thought
like
it was feeding them.
napalm coming out of the
Yeah, I
microwave.
guess so.
Yeah.
It's like, be
I got a
nice.
question yet is one, I know people aren't actually doing this unless it's
Obviously.
like the stupid TikTok kids that do anything.
Yeah.
It's
But
probably stupid
I think
TikTok
that's
kids.
pretty much over, especially after like Tide Pods and stuff.
That boss go
But
crazy.
if you were to do
Oh,
that,
God.
how the heck would you hold it?
That's what I'm
If you're
saying.
getting to 1,000,000,000 degrees, what you put on your hand? It's gonna go through your hand.
You get an oven, man.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
It'll go
now,
through
you,
that
now, you,
too.
yeah, now you're yoinking oven mitts.
You've got what like just flowing hot napalm kind of what is
Or
it?
Arguably not even
you
The
just
food.
chuck it with
frosting.
tongs.
Not the frosting, the glaze.
Get a little cross stick.
Oh boy. What country was it that they said that they were cutting all homeless people in half? What was that?
What? I'm sorry.
Like it was,
Hey, that's extreme.
no. Like they said that they wanted to cut homeless, like the rate of homeless in half, but they said it during an interview. They said we're gonna cut all homeless people in half, or something like that.
UK.
I see it. No.
Yeah,
UK Conservative Party advert pledging to cut all homeless people in half. Apparently, it's satire. It was intentionally misspelled.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
Cut all homeless people in half
mean,
by
it's a pretty-
2025.
it's a pretty.
I found
funny,
the picture of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny thing
God.
to say.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
so many memes on
We
it.
plan to cut all homeless people in half by 2025.
And there's like memes where it's like, is it like this or this? And it's just like a stick figure like with a line like cutting the torso or like just down the middle.
It's like so good. It's so funny.
Cutting homeless people in half.
Don't cut homeless people in half, folks. Don't do
Please
that.
don't.
they,
It's not good.
they need their legs.
Getting cut in half is not good for your health.
It hurts.
Really?
Yeah, so I've heard. So I've heard.
Oh.
Which way would they cut it in half? They come at the waist or come down the middle?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a nicer thing to do would be at the waist.
But I feel like technically it would have to be down the middle because half of something, like
Oh, you going for
if
percentages?
I
you,
would say your
50%.
legs is
'cause
not
it, like,
equal to your torso, arms, and head.
yeah, but like if you cut your torso in half, the bottom half is not equal to like the top half. Like they're two different, like those are two different things.
True.
But if you go down the middle, it's symmetrical. So you,
Well, not completely,
well,
mostly
for
because
the
of your digestive tract, but like
for the
you get
most
You
like
got, you
part,
got
you get
heart
it's
lung
on
in
one
like
each
side.
half, you get half the heart, you probably split your stomach in half. Why am I going through every single organ you cut in half?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
welcome to the medical
I'm gonna stop this here. We
podcast.
don't need to analyze this.
Yeah, welcome to the medical podcast. We're all
Yeah.
doctors, and you have to take our advice.
Today we'll be cutting all homeless people in
Yeah,
half by
today we're
2025.
today we're making our
We're gonna
plan
teach
for
you how to do it.
we microwave a honey bun and use that to stun lock them, and then we combo that into a slice in half.
Pack them in our Hyundai.
Oh man, I
Ah,
I think I think that's a pretty good place to wrap it up.
yeah.
Just end it on that. Oh boy,
What a way to start this.
yeah, what a way.
Maybe it's just gonna be like the podcast in the future. Just gonna be like how long until we reach a topic where we have to stop. This time being,
Yeah, exactly.
we
This
are cutting
topic
homeless
took
people in half.
59 minutes.
At the end, you're just gonna see each episode's like 20 minutes shorter than the previous one.
You see an episode that's 3 minutes, you're
The
like, this one's a
final
banger.
episode
This
is
one's
like
a
3 minutes long. It's
Yeah.
just like how quickly can we get canceled?
We're gonna get to a point where it's like we have the
Okay.
intro and it's like the first word is like, nope, you gotta stop.